Hello YouTube, it's me here for it. We're back to hardcore Nuzlocke Pokemon Null. I'm streaming on a Thursday instead of my usual Tuesday. I had something come up Tuesday night and just couldn't make it work. But here we are. We are on the beach of Slateport, headed north to take on this new gauntlet of trainers. There's 5 trainers we got to get through before we can get to the next town and before we can access our box again. So we've got to do it with the same 6 Pokemon before we can progress any further. I've got a pretty good idea of who I want some of the Pokemon to be, but a 6th spot I'm not fully committed to yet. So let's just see what we got going on as of right now. I level capped everyone at the end of last stream. We got ourselves our newest capture here, Viola Davis the Kingdra. She is going to be leading the party into the first fight of this gauntlet here. Jamie Foxx the Crobat also comes through this gauntlet. Christian Bale the Swampert. And then here's where I'm a little less sold. I definitely think I want to bring Uma Thurman, the Granbull here. I want to bring Alan Elda, our starter, the Chestnut. But I'm not sold on Russell Crowe. I don't really know what Russell Crowe brings to it, but I don't know who else I should bring. This first fight, and I actually took the time to bring you in on the documents here. So let me get to OBS and switch over the view. So here's what we're looking at, this little gauntlet. We've got Tuber Haley, then Tuber Ricky, Tuber Lola, Sailor Edmund, Tuber Chandler, and then a final double battle here. The scariest one, Sailor MS Paint. Okay, that's funny. I don't know what the deal is there. But we've got to beat all of those trainers with one party. And we can heal between fights, but whatever 6 Pokemon we have to beat this team are the same 6 Pokemon we have to beat this team, and this team, and this team, and this team, and this team. And preferably, we want to try to do it deathless, obviously. I mean, isn't that always the case? Well, let's see. Let's take a moment to recap last stream. Last stream we took on Brawley and lost both Quincy Jones the Crawdont, which was really unfortunate. And then the true loss to me was losing Fran Drescher the Talonflame here to a body press from Zamazenta, which we no longer resisted after I pressed Roost, getting rid of our flying type. That was really devastating because I could have taken the KO on Zamazenta without pressing Roost. The Roost was just kind of like an extra security measure that didn't need to happen, and doing it lost us Fran Drescher here. So I'm going to be a lot more careful about pressing Roost in the future. Because that was a really sad loss, and I have a beer here, but the top of this can doesn't look very clean. I'm going to pour this into a glass. Give me a second. Now this is how you pour a beer. This is how you pour a friggin' beer, bro. Look at this thing. Yeah. All head. That's what you want. You want it so that you can barely get the liquid in your mouth. Ah, that was a foamy sip. That was a sip of just foam. This is the cappuccino of beers. Oh my god. Don't hire me to 10 bar, I guess. Alright. So this first fight, let's just get into it. Let's get into this. OBS. I'm trying to have a more seamless experience here. I'm not great at it. So this first fight, we got Stunfisk Galar, Carnivine, Mothim, Wug Trio. It seems pretty easy from my calculations to take this on with Kingdra, Cherry Berry Kingdra to address this Thunder Wave into Crobat. Crobat outspeeds Mothim, one-shots with Dual Wing Beat, outspeeds Carnivine, kills with Acrobatics. So as long as we can avoid Sleep Powder, Stun Powder. I've thought about putting a Lumberry on him, but then we miss out on the one-shot with Acrobatics, and the I don't know, the chip damage from Snap Trap can kind of get out of hand. It seems like Snap Trap usually is what this guy wants to push, if, you know, based on what I've seen and based on the calculator. Whee! I probably should have put myself on here. Here, I can still do that. That's not that hard. I'm big. Now I'm regular sized. Okay. The beer has subsided. So, like I said, Kingdra, Crobat carries here just fine. Crobat also messes up Simisage. And then we bring Swampert for Pincurchin and Raichu here. Clawitzer, we actually have a pretty good matchup in with Kingdra. Kingdra can tank a couple crits and get like a 3-shot guaranteed with Dragon Pulse. So I'm not too worried about Clawitzer. It's not a particularly crazy thing. Electric Surge. It's interesting. I mean, then we can't. No one can go to sleep. This guy's faster. I don't really see it affecting things too much. We got Crobat into Aromatisse. It wants to click Trick Room almost certainly, but we don't one-shot with Cross Poison, but we do really good damage with Cross Poison. And then what I'm thinking is we can chip away at it with not very effective Leech Life and kind of whittle away at the turns of Trick Room, and then on the last room of turn of Trick Room or right after Trick Room, we can take the KO with another Cross Poison, because even after an I have Papa Berry, Cross Poison does really great damage. It should be a guaranteed 2-shot, I think. We can double check real quick. Yeah, very much so a guaranteed 2-shot. So let's see, back to this one. Then Marowak, out of Trick Room especially. Chestnut goes crazy into this. Chestnut also outspeeds and messes up Veluza. So ideally we want to get Chestnut on the field to handle all three of these guys. Now I'm thinking the scary thing that can happen is with Machamp, which I think we come close to 2-shotting or have a chance to 2-shot. We have a chance at a 2-shot. A decent chance, actually, with Seed Bomb here, because our 2 low rolls add up to 92% roughly, so we don't have to get that high of a high roll. Like, the highest high roll and lowest low roll added together is a 2-shot. So it's like right, I'd say it's a pretty decent chance. And if we can do some chip with Spiky Shield in between, that should make that even easier to hit that threshold, because all they have are contact moves except for like Rock Slide, which between Ice Punch and Dynamic Punch, I don't see it being very likely that they hit Rock Slide. I guess it's possible, but their highest damaging moves are these two. So if we can get on the field and stay on the field, then we can outspeed and one-shot Veluza with Seed Bomb before they have a chance to hit Fillet away, which could get really tricky. So that's the scenario we want to avoid. Like I said, I think the best way to get around this is probably a Lumberry, because we do outspeed out of Trick Room, and like I said, between Spiky Shield Chip and a 2-shot, I think we can do it. So far, the guys we want to bring, we get an energy card to write on. I don't know why that's so fun for me to do. I guess I'm just at a point in my energy card consumption where it's kind of adding up as trash. So this Sharpie's dead. This Sharpie is not. No, it's not. Good. Okay, so we want Kingdra. We want Crobat. We want Chestnut and Swampert. I am the most scared of this double battle at the end. There's like some things that can go wrong here and there leading up to it, but not too much. Crobat shits on Masquerain and Doxbun. Purugly goes down to Chestnut really easily. We can throw a Chesto Berry on him for good measure to get around Hypnosis. And then... I think I had a fairy. This is, yeah, Grand Bowl. Grand Bowl does great into this, and we can throw a Cherry Berry on her to make that work even better. That way we can avoid, like, this Dragon Rush, this Life Orb Dragon Rush could hit like a ton of bricks if we're not careful. But after an Intimidate especially, the Fire Punch, the Thunder Punch, we're not as worried about. We throw a Cherry Berry, we get around Claire, and a Play Rough has a chance to one-shot. We might even be able to guarantee one with a Muscle Band. Let's take a look at that. Muscle Band. Yeah, look at that. So, well, do we want to not get paralyzed, or do we want a one-shot? Without the Muscle Band, it's more likely to one-shot than not. We're faster, so I'd say we're in a good place to come in. I mean, as long as we don't get one like crit, we can. I don't know. I think we'll be able to play around it okay, because I feel like we're either gonna have. I don't know who's going to be in first. This is another one that I think this next fight, Chestnut's pretty good into Kingler here. I'm not too worried about that. This thing has a Rindo Berry on it. We throw a... Ooh, it can two-shot us. But once the Rindo Berry is consumed, we guarantee two-shot. And we certainly outspeed. So as long as we maybe throw a Pecha Berry, we can maybe get around this. Then this guy, we can one-shot with Brick Break. So this is one that if we just, if we throw a Pecha Berry on Chestnut, I think we can come out of here pretty clean. He can take care of that whole team. Here's the double battle. Here's where we get a little spooked. So, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we've got 2 Sap Sipper attackers. Let's take a look here. We can look at this one. We got 2 Sap Sipper attackers here in Zebstrika and Weirdeer. Sucks. Meganium, Crobat would take care of really easily. So this is maybe where we need to be looking at this 6th slot, because these 5 Pokemon that we have take care of the rest of it pretty easily. Now, we could always try to lead Grand Bowl, get the Intimidate in on Weirdeer to start things off, to make up for whatever Petal Blizzard bullshit Meganium might do. The Custap Berry. Holder can move first when HP is low. That's an interesting one. That is interesting. Okay. Yeah, Crobat's a little scary to lead into a guy with Psy Shield Bash here. Tonga Berry, I believe, is the grass reducing berry. No, that's Rindo Berry. It's the bug type. Okay, interesting. Well, let's take a look at this. So, Petal Blizzard is not all that threatening into a lot of us. In between these other moves that they have that they definitely would want to click, I think that the better strategy in my mind than trying to take out Meganium and prevent Sap Sipper setup is to maybe just go after the Sap Sipper Pokemon directly and prevent them from getting their jollies off that way. Then we have Follow Me, Petal Blizzard, Floral Encore, Floral Healing Encore, Comfy here. But the thing about Comfy is, like, if we can get these two off the field and these are the only two left, Crobat just goes crazy into both of these. Like, there's really not a lot they can do to get around us. And if we can, especially if we can keep Chestnut safe and out on the field, we can get Brick Breaks in to maybe break these screens and make it just that much easier. Because neither of these guys have a way of hitting Chestnut or Crobat very effectively at all. We want to try to keep Swampert safe, certainly. Kingdra, obviously, is neutral into these Petal Blizzards coming through. They don't have any Dragon moves, so they don't have anything to hit us for super effective damage. But let's, like, take to the calendar and see who might not be good into Weird Ear here. Now, a Psychic Normal, I think, if I'm not mistaken, would only be weak into Dark moves and Bug moves. I think those are its only actual weaknesses. It's immune to Ghost, resists, it's neutral to fighting, so let's see what we've got. Preferably something that defense and special defense are pretty comparable. We also have our fake out user here and our Ironhead guys, so we could always try to fake out the Weird Ear. And we'd resist those Petal Blizzards pretty good. What does a Silk Scarf do to the calc? Not a lot, but it's always something to think about. So, who else? If we brought them, let's say we led Crobat. No, that's not doing it. What about Chestnut? Chestnut's a little faster. Huh. A Fake Out and a Brick Break and a Brick Break would do it. As long as Meganium didn't set up Reflect. But Meganium's the fastest one on the field. I feel like, yeah, Meganium's gonna... It looks like it really wants to hit Petal Blizzard. The damage calc, when it bolds one of them... Yeah, I feel like it really wants to hit Petal Blizzard. So I feel like we can get Weird Ear off the field in 2 turns. And maybe start Iron Heading. Or taunting, even. We can start taunting the Meganium on the 2nd turn. Did I get him? I think I might have got him. There's a little fly. One of those slow flies. Is that a fruit fly? Ooh. It's just starting to become bug season around here, so we gotta get around it. Okay, so then Zebstrika comes in here. At that point, we've maybe taunted this guy. Okay, so this is where it starts to get a little silly, right? We probably want to Iron Head and then Brick Break. What does the Zebstrika into Berserker stuff look like? It's not great. The Electric Gym Wild Charge goes kind of crazy. And it definitely 2-shots us. But we can get a Screech off maybe. A couple Brick Breaks does it. We try to switch in Swampert. I just don't want Swampert to be on the field before we can get these guys taken care of. Crobat, Grand Bull, getting Intimidate off. Nothing wrong with that. What do these calcs look like? I mean, it's not nothing. What else are we bringing? Kingdra. I mean, Kingdra probably gets hit pretty hard. It's not too crazy. So I feel like we can play around. I think Berserker is the call. And again, if we can get Chestnut and Chestnut and Crobat on the field, once we get these two guys out of here, I think that's a good call. So let's call the 6 Pokemon Berserker. This is one of those situations where there's just so much that can go wrong between here and the end, and I think we just want to bring the team that makes the most sense kind of in the moment and just try our best from there. Berserker can't get crit, Chestnut can't get crit. Leading with those two in a double battle scenario helps with the calculations a lot. And I do think, like I said, I do think we can get Meganium. We can take care of Meganium without, I don't know. What's a -2 Meganium? How does a Brick Break look at that? Pretty good. I don't know. We'll figure this out. I think we just gotta play a little bit. I think we just gotta play. So we've nailed down a team. We've locked down a team. Let's get Berserker in here. Okay. So for this first fight, we want to give Kingdra a Cherry Berry. And I'm torn on what to do here, but I really do feel like the Acrobatics getting the one-shot on the Carnivine is the most important thing to do. I think Carnivine is probably going to want to hit Snap Trap on our Kingdra. Does the most damage, certainly. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Because if Acrobatics doesn't kill, what does a Muscle Band do? I mean, we still don't guarantee the one-shot with Dual Wing Beat. Acrobatics with a held item does less damage than Dual Wing Beat. I don't know. I think we'll go in with none. I think none is the play. Let's give it a shot. Let's try it out. Alright, Stunfisk. I really hope you do a Thunder Wave instead of a Stealth Rock, but it's totally up to chance. Or maybe we could crit. No crit. Yes! Oh, baby, that is great. That's perfect. Alright. So, we want to switch... No, not yet. We can't switch out on Trio anyway. They've got Arena Trap, but we're like completely safe to this thing. We just hit Dragon Pulse a couple times. We're safe to crit. Dragon Pulse. 2 shots. Carnivine comes in. I think at this range, it should definitely want to hit Snap Trap. Let's take a look. So we've got 64 HP. Yeah, I really think it's going to want to hit that. And we don't want to stay in. So, God willing, we don't get put to sleep right now. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. Oh no, it crit. No item acrobatics, 1-shots. 100% of the time. Mothim. Mothim is holding a Focus Sash, but Dual Wing Beat always kills and breaks Sash. Clean win. Clean win on round 1. Tuber Haley down for the count. Okay. See, we can heal, but we can't access our PC anymore. So let's take a look at this next team. Pincurchin, it's got hazards. We really don't have any way of getting around him. I only have one rapid spin user. It's our Slugma. They've kind of been aged out of being useful. They just really don't hold up the scrutiny. Christian Bale here gets a 2-shot with Bulldoze. So we're always good to go there. They'll get off one layer of spikes. That's really all we have to worry about. We bait in Simisage. They're going to use Leaf Storm. We can switch Crobat in on that to take very little. Their eject pack will activate with the Leaf Storm special attack drop, which will bait in Raichu. Raichu will want to use an electric move, which we can switch Swampert back in on. Swampert gets the 1-shot, guaranteed actually, with Bulldoze. Then that baits Simisage back in. We can bring in Crobat once more and just play around with that. And then, yeah, like, Clawitzer doesn't really have a lot it can do to Kingdra. Kingdra can do pretty hefty damage with Dragon Pulse, and if we really need to, we can switch in Chestnut to clean up. Actually, Chestnut is the one to switch in. He's totally safe. I'd say let's throw a Person Berry on him to get around Confusion Chance from Water Pulse. That should do it. As far as other berries, I think we want to keep Swampert safe from poison, so let's put a Pecha Berry onto Swampert here, and yeah, a Person Berry onto Alanalda. Everyone else should be more or less safe, I would think. So this should be good. Let's go. Sucks Crobat being a flying type actually means that it can't clean up toxic spikes. So hopefully someday we'll catch a different poison type Pokemon that's grounded. Okay, we got the electric terrain up. I'm not scared of that. I'm hoping it's regular. Okay, toxic spikes. Honestly, that's actually probably better for us than taking chip damage on the switch. It helps with calculations. And when we switch Christian Bale back in, we'll be okay. Okay, Simisage. It's Crobat time. Alright, eject back. We'll knock this guy out of here. Christian Bale comes in for free. I bet you anything. Oh no, we're poisoned. Or are we? Full switch. Perfect. Get this Bulldoze. I think we're safe to this. If I check the calcs right, yeah, we're safe. Boom! Get out of here. Jamie Foxx, the Crobat comes in on Leaf Storm, which does not do shit. Okay, and then what's our best course of action? A guaranteed one-shot acrobatics. Let's go. All right. Now, I'm going to just check real quick to see if we can stay in with Crobat. Because obviously we're faster. Yeah, we can stay in. We can totally stay in. We are safe to all crits. So let's stay in real quick. Acrobatics. Because if we can spare ourselves the use of a person berry, that's item management that doesn't hurt anything. And we guarantee the 2-shot with acrobatics, so let's go. Boom. Boom. How you like me now, Tuber Ricky? How you like me now? Grown. Pay up. Alright, we're healed. Let's get these held items off. And take a look at this next fight. So, yes. So, this one we want to lead Crobat here. And I think we want to fully throw a Lumberry onto Alanalda, because we want to get around confusions and freezes. But I think that this should put us in a healthy place. Even at +2, even if they set up a nasty plot, this Aromatisse would still have to hit us a few times. So, yeah, I think we've got a good strategy here. I think the one thing I can see us maybe wanting to do... I'm a little scared of this Veluza. This Veluza hitting... If we don't get the timing down right, this Veluza hitting Fillet Away could mess us up pretty good. I think we've got the plan. I think we've got Granbull. We can do some Granbull fake out swapping stuff for Intimidate stuff. I think that'll work out. I think this will be okay. Alright. If we get a crit, that'd be awesome. I doubt that we will. Yeah. Alright, Trick Room's up. So the plan now is to start hitting Leech Lives. Mitigate a little bit of this damage. Maybe even activate the Iapapa Berry. Obviously, we're not a special attacker, but we're just trying to... Now you crit. We're just trying to use up turns of Trick Room. Mystical Fire, not concerned. I'm just glad you're not setting up with Nasty Blot. So that's turn 2 of Trick Room. This will be turn 3 of Trick Room. How many turns does Trick Room go for? We're still out of range of crit for a good while. That's 3 turns of Trick Room. What is it? I bet it's 5 turns, right? Trick Room. Five turns. Let's hit Leech Life one more time, and then we can hit Cross Poison, and I think we'll be good from there. Oh, perfect. Bye-bye. Jamie, you did your job perfectly. That's exactly what we hoped from you. Marowak's out. The goal here is clear. We sweep with Chestnut. Ooh. I really hope that doesn't paralyze. Fuck. Okay. That definitely makes Machamp a little scarier. Fuck, that really sucks. What a spiky shield. Fuck, that is a bummer. That really is a bummer. Bone Rush is not a contact move. I guess that makes sense. You're throwing the bone, I guess. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Okay, that could be a lot worse. And, yeah, we'll break. Ooh, this is a little scarier than I'd like it to be. Okay. We always just start with a spiky shield. Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up between Dynamic Punch and Ice Punch. We always go for Seed Bomb. Damn. Damn! That did way more than I expected it to. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, that sucks a lot. Actually, this sucks a lot. This is getting concerning. Shit, I can't. Oh, that paralysis fucked us. Okay, at this point... Okay, I think what we do is we bring in Grand Bull here. Intimidate's good. Damn it, dude. It's a guaranteed confusion. I think... There's like no way to bait anything else. I think we just try to get through it. Okay. Now this is where shit gets really kind of frightening. I want to hit Charm. I think it almost certainly wants to set up on us. Oh, fuck, dude. It's like +2 to 3 of its stats. Ugh. Please get through confusion. Let's go. Okay, that really helps. That helps a lot. Because it does not... Yeah, it doesn't have any special moves. It only has 2 physical moves. Okay. So now... Let's do some... Classic. Let's do our classic... Intim... Fake out pivot... Dance. This won't hurt very much at all. Perfect. Love not being able to get crit. We fake out. Just like you told. Alright, Uma Thurman can come back in, hit another Intimidate. We're down to -1. Sorry, everybody. Woo. Aqua Cutter. This could hurt. Okay, that's not fun, but it doesn't... It's not the end of the world. So we're at -1. Nicole Kidman comes back out. Psycho Cut does like nothing. We love to see it. We cannot get crit. We fake out again. Let's see. What do we think? What do we think percentage-wise? I'd say it's between 1/3 and 1/2. So I'd say, I mean, it's as low as like 40% maybe. I'm going to say, just for sake of argument, he's got 45% remaining. In which case, a couple Iron Heads should be able to do it. And with us at 84%, well, 84 health, we can possibly take 2 Aqua Cutters. So let's also check this out. Could Chestnut... No, Chestnut can't come in. Chestnut's out of this round. Alright, let's... Do we have anything else that would resist? What does a -1 Aqua Cutter do to Kingdra, for instance? Very, very little. Very little. And then a crit. Max roll crit Aqua Cutter plus max roll crit Psycho Cut. Does 95%, so we can switch in, tank another hit, get off a Dragon Pulse for the KO. Let's do that. It crits, but we are safe to crits. Let's just double check it. 117 has us at 82%. High roll crit. Psycho cut is 76.2. We are safe to hit this Dragon Pulse. Boom. Good work, team. Tuberlola's dead. I killed her for being annoying. Okay. So. Next trainer. Oh yeah, this one's not even like... I ain't even sweating this one. I don't even think I need a held item on anyone. Like, Crobat. One-shots Masquerain with Acrobatics, guaranteed. Can't be intimidated because we have Inner Focus. Cross Poison's a guaranteed 2-shot on Darkspun. So I guess we could throw a Chesto Berry on there to get around Yawn. But, you know, even if we fall asleep... Honestly, if we fall asleep and they send in Perugly, they'd probably send in Druddigon because he's got the Thunder Punch on us. You know what? Actually, no. I think they send in the Pokemon that's fastest if they don't see a fast kill. In any event, I think, yeah, we'll throw a Cherry Berry. Yeah, we can do that. Just for good measure. Cherry Berry on Uma Thurman, Chesto on Alan Alda. And we're good to go. This is not scary for us. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx. Acrobatics. RIP to our Masquerain. One of our first encounters in the game. One of our only Intimidate users. We picked up Uma Thurman, obviously, so we've got one. Darkspun. Why they send in Darkspun here? That's really funny to me, honestly. But Cross Poison. Ooh, with the crit! Jamie with the crit! Alright, Perugly's in. Perugly. Let's turn these into crits here. We're safe to crit. We might as well just hit Acrobatics. If they put us to sleep, then we can safe switch Chestnut. Yeah, we're safe to this crit. And we can two-shot with the Acrobatics. Let's go. Let's go. Some people say it's weird that I named a bat Fox, but to that I say blame it on the alcohol. Alright. I would imagine this thing wants to hit Thunder Punch, but it actually looks like it's a bit of a roll. It could be really anything. In that case, and we are not at all safe to crits, we do have to switch out. I think Uma can come in okay. Let's turn these all into crits. Yeah, I mean, if they hit Dragon Rush, that's our free switch. If not, we can play around. We'll be able to get around this guy. I ain't scared of you, Druddigon. Maybe I should be. Maybe those are famous last words. Let's find out. Thunder Punch. It's too bad. But we outspeed and we have a really good chance at the one shot. Ooh. Any crit kills. Well, yeah, I mean, they're at -1, but still, that doesn't affect crits. Ooh, any crit kills. That is not good. I probably could have baited Dragon Rush out with Swampert. We would have had a safe switch. Damn. do we really want to risk this? I don't really think I have much of a choice. We do outspeed. We have a decent chance at the one shot. Ah, fuck. Don't get crit. Boom. I'm worrying over nothing, Uma. I'm worrying over nothing. Whew. Alright. It's always something on the day. We're good. We're good. Alright, who's next? Which tuber is this? Oh yeah, this is the one that I think Chestnut just kind of shits all over. Yeah. Put a muscle band on this guy. We put a muscle band on this guy. I mean, forget about it. Do 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 do. Right, I don't think we have any like status moves to worry about. Oh, we were gonna put a Pecha Berry on him. That's probably the call. I don't really think we need. Yeah, I don't think we need the muscle band. Yeah. Let's get that Pecha Berry on. Let's go. Tuber Chandler. Tuber Chandler, Tuber Chandler, Tuber Chandler. Hammer arm is scary. Not really. You suck. Go to hell. Kingler. Okay, no one shot. That's okay. We don't need the one shot. Especially now that you're slower. You slowed yourself down for no reason. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that. We gotta get around Zen headbutt flinches. Oh, shit. Well, what's the... Hold on. Let's just do this math real quick. Sledge Bomb 57 plus 35... 92. Ah, fuck. Kingdra, what do you do against this guy? Let's... Hold on a sec. If we can... Yeah. I think we can... If we can... Oh, man, this is not... This isn't great. But I think we've got some maneuvering to do. So I'm going to bring in Nicole Kidman for free on the Sledge Bomb. We're going to get... First, we're going to get an Iron Head. Ooh, wait a second. Metal Sound. That's like Screech, but for special defense, right? -2. What does an Octazooka look like? At -2, an Octazooka kills, but does that help us against... No. I mean... Well... No. No. Let's do this. We're going to get an Iron Head off first. Maybe we get a flinch. We get even lucky. Okay, Shadow Ball. Can we stay in on another one of these? I think we probably can. So, 79. 56. High rolls 51. Yes, we can stay in. I'm going to stay in. Get off this taunt. Ooh, ooh, perfect. We get another Iron Head off. Oh, and we get the flinch? That's perfect. Okay, so then what I want to do is I want to try to bait in into using Energy Ball. Now, is that what he's going to do if I send out? Yeah. Now, I want to make sure he shouldn't be hitting Energy Ball. I mean, I guess it's a roll. He might hit Energy Ball into Berserker. I think... Okay, man. Crobat, what do you do into Sawsbuck here? You're faster, that's great. And Acrobatics one-shots. Okay. And I imagine you can come in on Shadow Ball. Yeah, and then I'd definitely say you're in range with that. Oh, yeah. He's still taunted, so yeah, we come in for free. Not free, but we come in, no risk. And Crobat can clean up. Taunt we're off, we don't care. No, that's a misclick. We don't do misclicks. We don't do misclicks, especially when I catch them before anything has even happened. Alright. Like, especially when I've said explicitly what I plan on doing, and you know it's not a matter of, like, I clicked the wrong move on purpose, like, or, you know, I made a mistake. Whatever. All that to say, goodbye, Sawsbuck. Guaranteed one-shot Acrobatics. You heard? Oh, and a crit for good measure. Okay, wonderful. Tuber Chandler's down. Here's where it gets spooky scary. Now, I'm pretty sure I looked into this, and it's like, in here, everyone just has like a low-level Finison that you can just beat up and then get a Soda Pop for free, so we might as well do that. There's no real reason not to. Seed Boom. Seed Boom. And wouldn't you know it? Seed Bomb. Bye. Peace. Peace out. Thank you for the Soda Pop. Okay, this one's scary. We gotta look at this for a little bit. Let's switch over to the calc. Alright. So we figured out that between Berserker hitting Fake Out and Chestnut hitting Brick Break, we got a low roll of 42 plus a low roll of 12 is 54, and then that puts us in pretty good range to maybe get the two-shot on the next turn. It's a little spooky. It's not a guarantee unless we put... What does Silk Scarf do here? Silk Scarf. Low roll 16 plus roll 42 is 58, and then we're guaranteed that. Okay. So we can get Weird Deer right off the board in 2 turns and never let him move if we want. And then these Petal Blizzards would be coming out and doing very little to Chestnut or Berserker, and they can't crit. Both have battle armor. Zipstrika would almost certainly come out next, and I would imagine probably wants to hit low kick into Berserker. Well, no, it wants to use this Electric Gem, so it's going to hit Wild Charge. 63 high roll plus 18 high roll is 81, 99. So we can take 2 Petal Blizzards and 1 high roll Electric Gem Wild Charge while we take the heat off Chestnut, and yeah, two-shot Zebstrika with Brick Break. He really can't hit Chestnut for significant damage, so Chestnut can kind of just stay on the field. And then it's the second side of the field that we kind of got to get creative with. Like, Crobat is the sweeper upper. Like, once we get Zebstrika and Weirdeer out of here, Crobat can come in. Crobat, rather, is the sweeper cleanupper. Crobat can come in on this and just, as you can see, even through Reflect, Light Screens, there's just nothing. By the time we have Comfey and Meganium left, between Cross Poisons and Acrobatics, we can just kind of mop up. We just, you can also maybe play around with, like, Kingdra, hitting Ice Beams, getting Intimidates off on Zebstrika if things get kind of out of hand. Intimidates off, as well as, like, yeah, close combats that go crazy. Petal Blizzard. Petal Blizzard is a bit of a concern there, but this is like a contingency upon a contingency. And then, yeah, I think we've got our leads down, and I do think taking Weirdeer out is the best first move. And even at +1, like, this guy really can't... Well, if we get a Sap Sipper +1, we can throw out the Intimidate. Yeah, I think this is the play. So, I think what we want is maximum health on Berserker. Well, no, we wanted to put the Muscle Band on Berserker, or the Silk Scarf, rather, to guarantee the two-shot. So, over here... What do we want here? You know, Muscle Band's probably good for this fight. Wait a second. Muscle Band would probably guarantee us the two-shot. Muscle Band on Weirdeer. That probably takes care of the calc just as easily as Silk Scarf does. So it's a 47 low roll plus 12 is 59 plus 47 would be, yeah, that does it. So we'll Muscle Band him, and then I'll do, like I said, kind of maximum healing on, because if we can leave Berserker in as long as possible, I feel like that's a good advantage to us. So we'll use a Citrus Berry here. I think Uma could also use some healing, but we'll do the Berry Juice instead. And then Jamie, anything? No, we want to keep Acrobatics clean. Viola, anything we could give you that might make sense? Never Melt Ice, get those Ice Beams stronger. Yeah, I think this is as good a plan as we have. Woo! The most intense music for the most intense part, for the finale of the gauntlet. Sailor MS Paint. Miss Paint. Okay. We're Brick Breaking and Fake Outing. Reflect is not what I wanted to see, but Brick Break breaks it. I mean, it's Brick Break. Let's go. We outspeed. Yeah, we outspeed Weirdeer. So we always just hit Brick Break over there. And then we might as well Ironhead Meganium. I don't want to taunt Meganium, because if Meganium wants to keep clicking screens, we can just keep breaking them with Brick Break. And what's the only other? They have another. Endure? Yeah, we're not worried about that. So I think we just get the damage in where we can. We Ironhead Meganium. Petal Blizzard. We're not concerned. Sap Sipper increases attack. It doesn't heal. We outspeed and kill. Bye, Weirdeer. Another thing that's good is that Meganium is slower than Zebstrika, so if Zebstrika hits this Wild Charge right now, which I expect he will, it won't be Sap Sipper boosted. So we always hit this Brick Break into Zebstrika. And I think we just keep on with the Iron Head into Meganium. I think that's the play here. Yeah, we're safe to this. Can't crit. No one can get crit over here. That Citrus Berry is good. Ooh, Recoil. I didn't even think about Recoil. I don't think it will really affect things that much, but... Sap Sipper attacks up 1. We'll mitigate with Grand Bowl. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if Grand Bowl's safe. I imagine we're going to see another Petal Blizzard. And then Zebstrika does not have an Electric Gem anymore. That is not the play. We know we want to get Zebstrika off the field. That much we know. Now on this side of the field, it's a little less certain what the right thing to do is. He's at +1. I can't imagine Swampert survives even a single in a double battle setting. A Petal Blizzard, yeah, a Petal Blizzard crit kills every single time. What about Kingdra? Can Kingdra Petal Blizzard? I think Kingdra might be the play. At +1, no. No. Ah, fuck. Uma could die. Uma could die. Wild Charge, if it doesn't crit at -1 from an... Well, it would not be a -1, it would be a neutral. Wild Charge max roll 42. No, that's the wrong Pokemon. Okay. Petal Blizzard 32. Zebstrika. Wild Charge. Grand Bowl. Uma's the safest switch. We gotta get Nicole out of here. Shit, dude, this sucks. I mean, Zebstrika's... Okay. Oh, fuck. It's gonna hit Petal Blizzard first. So it's back at +1. Oh, fuck. We just gotta hope we don't get crit at all. Uma, I'm praying for you. I don't know if you survive this. I really don't. If you don't get crit, you should survive. Oh, Uma, thank God. Way to hold. Way to fucking hold. Okay, well, the rest of the fight should be... Wait. Oh, Recoil. Nice. Nice. Fight's free. The fight is free from here. I mean, let's be so real. Chestnut. We'll hit Seed Bomb. Oof. That was a good time to dodge crits. Uma, I'm proud of you. Sorry we put you in such a tentative situation. We got through this gauntlet deathless. It took we got a few lucky breaks, like that turn, for instance, was our big lucky break. But we did that. Look at us go. Look at us go. Deathless Beach. Woof. And Yeah, Gauntlet is over, which means we have arrived in Slateport. We got a zoom lens. What does a zoom lens do? Boost accuracy. Let's go. Let's freaking go. What moves do we even have that are inaccurate at all? Maybe like Octazooka? No? Because a lot of moves accuracies have been boosted in this game. I think this is there's a move tutor around here somewhere. Man, you're kind of in my way. Thank you. This guy. Okay, we got elemental punches now. And break. Stomping tantrum, lash out, rock slide. Those are great. What up? Grr. Powder jar. I'm not really thinking about that. All right. Well, look at us go. Excellent stuff. We got, are those even more? Shiny Stone, Dust Stone, Ice Stone, I think are new evolution stones for us. I don't think we had access to those before. Let's talk to some NPCs. Okay, very helpful. What about you? What do you got to say? Cool. I actually do want to change a nickname. I wanted to change the spelling of Christian Bale. I want to get rid of this first I so I can spell the full last name. Christian Blood just hasn't been. This looks better to me. So Christian Bale. Well, excellent. Now we can look at encounter tables. Let's do that. Slateport Museum. We got a couple guys. It's one into the other. We'll look at that in a second. Oh, this is not. You see what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a Mega Pokemon. I'm seeing an Uxie. Okay. Well, let's look at our encounters first. Oh, I don't have encounter tables pulled up. Sorry, guys. Pokemon locations. Let's do it. All right. Slateport. Here we go. Slateport City. So we got grass. Gligar. That's really cool. Gligar is bulky as hell and obviously an incredible typing combo in ground and flying. Numel, a little less incredible, but it is a Mega Evolver, so there's something. Phanpy. So we've got ground. We've got a ground type, and we've got Watson coming up. So we've got a ground type in the grass. Fishing. Oh, wow. I see what they're doing here. They're like, you might get a Milotic or a Gyarados. What if you got a Milotic or a Gyarados? Wouldn't you love that? Hopefully you have a good enough team for Watson already. Would hate for you to die to Watson before you could really use your Gyarados or Milotic. That is if you don't get Love Disc. Or Remoraid. Or Clamperl. I get it. And then we can't surf yet, but if we could, I wouldn't. I'd say the money's on the grass. I think you just gotta go on the grass. Hippopotas, I imagine, is a 1% encounter because it's probably a sand setter. Trapinch, probably because Flygon's pretty good. Mudbray. Oh, so you have actually, if I'm looking at this math right. Okay, so we already have a Nidoran. We already have a Nidoqueen. I don't think that would Nuzlocke us out of a Nidoking. I think we have a chance of pulling Nidoking here, which would be interesting. Swinub seems to be the biggest chance, though. You see, 10% encounter tables says to me you got a 1 in 5 chance at a Swinub. A 1 in 7.5, no, not 7.5, 12.5, 15%. Why am I doing 1 ins? You got a 15% chance at a Mudbray. You got a 20% chance at a Swinub. 10% chance at all these guys. And then if you get real lucky, you can pull Trapinch or Hippopotas. I think we just go in there. And then Route 110. That's another one where it's like, you sure you don't want to fish? You get a Whiscash. You could even get your Chinchou. What if you got Volt Absorb Chinchou? Wouldn't that be great? You can surf later for chance at a Poplio. Coruscant. Hell is Icicle Cave? What's Icicle Cave? Well, all that to say, we know we're gonna take the grass, because if I'm not mistaken, we only have one ground Pokemon. Yeah. Well, we have two. Let's look at Watson. I haven't looked at Watson at all. Let's look at Watson. Trainer battles, Watson. Leads with a Tapu Koko. Well, goddamn. Hey, hold on. Does the level cap go up before Watson? I think it might. Whoa! We gotta fight Glacia? In an Icicle Cave? Where the fuck is Icicle Cave? Okay, it looks like we're doing a little side quest here. It looks like we're after Slateport Museum. The next round of fights are in a place called Icicle Cave, and that we don't get to leave there until we fight Glacia, and then our level cap's gonna go up again. God damn. She's got an Articuno, an Arctivish, a Piloswine, a Calyrex, a Como-O, and a Mega Glalie. Jesus. A Mega Glalie with Facade, Refrigerate Facade. We're gonna try to brick break into this thing. That's gonna be fucking hard to do. To get out of Aurora Veil stuff. I don't blah, 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 blah. Watson's got a Tapu Koko. And a Mega Sceptile, a Molga, Arcto, Zolt, Iron Thorns, and a Manectric. Mega Sceptile. That's interesting. Even at the big level discrepancy, Frost Breath always kills Mega Sceptile here. It's a double battle? Girl. Oh my god. We've got our work cut out for us. Okay. Alright. Alright. None of this is happening on today's stream. Obviously, there's a lot between us and them. Is the grass the right call? Is the grass the right call? I mean, let's think about it like this. I'd say the worst thing in the grass is probably Numel or Cubone. Cubone might get Lightning Rod, though. If I'm not mistaken, it has a chance at that. Let's take a look. I need to pull up the, like, Pokédex that they have. Yeah, Pokémon Null Pokédex. Cubone. Yeah, it gets either Battle Armor or Lightning Rod. Can we change ability? No. And Lightning Rod's its hidden ability. I wonder what that even means for us. Whatever. It's another Battle Armor user. That would, I'd say, be... Nidoran male would also be kind of annoying, getting a Nidoking. Swinub's the most likely. I feel like Swinub has some real use. I don't know. We go for the grass. We're going to go for the grass. We're going to do it. Turn this repellent off. Okay, that's a dupe. Okay, that is a dupe. Gligar. Gligar's good. We like Gligar. Gligar is bulky as hell. And we got him. Alright, so our last Pokemon is Viola Davis, so we're on W. Walter Matthau. I think that's right. Let's double check that spelling. Walter Matt. That's 2 T's. It's 2 T's. Yeah, let's do that. Walter Matthau. The Gligar. Welcome to the Resistance. Now let's double check the evolution method real quick. I imagine they probably just changed it to level up. Yeah, evolves to level 40. Sick. And then our level cap's what, 53, so Wing Attack, Sky Uppercut, X Scissors, Screech, Bulldoze, Sky Attack, Fury Cutter, Quick Attack, Faint Attack. This thing can get Tailwind, that's kind of cool. Gliscor can get Poison Heal. In fact, it looks like it will get Poison Heal. Oh boy. Well, let's get him out here. Let's get him out here and level this sucker up. It doesn't look like he gets anything. Move-wise, he doesn't really get anything that crazy. So hopefully the IVs are cracked or something. Let's Candy Jar this sucker. Bulldoze. We like Bulldoze. We'll take Bulldoze. Over Quick Attack. I'm not clicking Quick Attack. Let's be so real. U-turn. Oh, a U-turn user. Okay, that is handy. Oh, do we want a Screech user? It's not like you're fast, but it's not like you're slow. When am I hitting Feint Attack? Let's be so real. When am I hitting Feint Attack? But also, when am I hitting Acrobatics? Especially in the upcoming fights. Like, what am I hitting Acrobatics into on Watson that I wouldn't want somebody else to hit something into instead? And we only have one Screech user. Screech could really come in handy. I'm gonna... but that's Stab. Let's get rid of Feint Attack. X Scissor. No, we got U-turn. We're keeping U-turn. Gliscor. Sky Uppercut's a no-go for me, I would think. Can hit a Pokemon in the air. I don't really see that coming up. Dual Wing Beat. Again, we got Acrobatics. We'll keep Acrobatics. Alright. Let's plug our new friend into the calculator real quick. Here, I'll put that... I'll put that on screen. You can do it with me. Gliscor. Blink set. Level 53. Alright, what do we got? We've got... Poison Heal as our ability. We've got an HP... We got a Bold Nature. Bold Nature. Not ideal, not terrible. It's a minus attack nature, but, you know. What are you gonna do? And let's take a look at these IVs. Okay, not a great HP IV. Could be worse. As low as 11. Attack. Not great. Not, in fact, really bad. As low as 3. Defense, not good either. Oh, brother. as low as 11 as well. Special attack, I mean, oh great, our first even mid IV is in a totally useless as low as 18. Special defense also not very good. As low as 11 as well. Speed, regular mid. As low as 24. Alright. Export, import. Alright. Well, there he is. Hey. He ain't half bad into this very first Pokemon. What's up? Home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Alrighty. Okay. And then we got another encounter available to us in Route 110. Now, this is one we can either take the encounter in the grass, we can go for it. There's some good stuff here, actually. There's actually some really good stuff here. Pretty much exclusively good stuff here. You've got Togedemaru, Morpeko, Scraggy, Stunky, Klefki, Tinkatuff, Cutiefly, Floette, Houndour, Carablast, Shelmet. And I don't think I want to fish, cause like you could fish up a Whiscash, but that's just Diet Swampert. We have Swampert. You could fish up a Poliwhirl, but I don't feel like this is gonna be our last chance at a Poliwhirl, and I don't know, just that Chinchou. It's a 1 in 5 chance. And then the surfing, which you would delay even further, is like, I mean, you get a chance at a Popplio, which I'm sure would go crazy into the Elite Four, but it's a 1 in 5 chance. Verdant Turf Town coming up. Toad School, more Tinkatuff chance, Cottony, Turtwig. Mauville, you got another shot at a lot of this stuff. We might delay Route 110 until we do Mauville itself. Game Corner. There's Game Corner Pokemon, but it's not listing what they are. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'll delay this for now. I don't think we're hurting against these Team Aqua Grunts. That's what we're working on right now. So we want to go here first. I'm going to talk to a few NPCs, because I know there's already been, like, there's like a Quillfish trade you can do, which we might still want to do. We do not have a Dark-type Pokemon. I gotta find that Quillfish trade. We might want to do that, straight up. For Hisuian Quillfish. Ooh. Wide lens, zoom lens. Alright, let's take a look at this. We got Basculin, Seviper, Liepard. Basculin, Seviper, Liepard. Basculin, Seviper, Liepard. Alright. Forget about it. Singles. Should be a single battle, right? Yeah, it would tell me if it was a double. Yeah, in parentheses. Alright. Basculin, Seviper, Liepard. Electivire, you get outsped and killed with Wave Crash. Chestnut, you kill with Seed Bomb 100% of the time. Let's go. Chestnut lead. Can you even believe it? Chestnut is such a goated Pokemon. I don't want to gush too much. Last time I gushed too much about a Pokemon on stream, they died. They fucking died. And it was heartbreaking. Chestnut will almost certainly bait in. Well, Survivor doesn't get the fast kill, but they do also not get the slow kill. Survivor is all tail moves. Purloin, or Lipard rather. Lipard, kind of stands no chance against Gliscor. Gliscor messes it up with a couple acrobatics, so I think that's an easy bring. Gliscor, because it can't Thunder Wave us, and 2 acrobatics, 2 shots. So what's our answer to Seviper? I would imagine. Oh, wait a second. It's gonna be a back-to-back. They're gonna make us fight this guy, and then they're gonna make us fight the next guy. Of course. So we want to figure that out. Damn. Damn. So we can work our way backwards on Seviper. So Chestnut lead into Uxie is not good. It probably wants to hit Mystical Power. It could hit a bunch of other like stuff instead. Berserker Chip is probably not a bad thing. What does Macargo look like into this? Because we could do a Yawn Rapid Spin maneuver. I actually like the Yawn Rapid Spin maneuver here. Because we do not want to worry about Stealth Rocks. I'd say Pangoro gets one shot with Play Rough, but we got to get around a couple Bullet Punch crit. 2 Bullet Punch crit, always kill. Ooh, this is scary. This is actually a scary fight. Swampert into Tentacruel. Yeah, Bulldoze twice. Ugh. It's not awesome, but it's fine. And then Mega Banette. We got a Will-O-Wisp substitute Shadow Claw knockoff Mega Banette. Good God. I only have 1 normal type Pokemon. But she does kind of shit all over this guy, because the Giga Drains, Miracle Seed Giga Drains would be, yeah, like more than this guy would know what to do with. Knockoff. All he can hit us with is knockoff, though, so we don't want that. We don't want an item. Knockoff can get a little scary if it crits. But like avoiding Shadow Claw, substitutes. I mean, we can break substitutes every time. So if it does set up a substitute, like the worst thing it could do next is like hit a knockoff, and then we start healing. Yeah, and we outspeed. So if we break the substitute one time, then we can mitigate lost damage on the next one. Yeah, I'd say Arboliva. So this looks like actually something. These 4 these 5. And then what do we still kind of think is scary? Probably Pangoro is still the scariest. What does Pangoro have to say to Crobat? Not much. Bullet Punch is not scary. Darkest Lariat's the scariest move. But a couple acrobatics. One acrobatics could kill. 2 always kills. 2 dual wing beats always kills for that matter. So yeah, Macargo can almost always tank 3 mystical powers, which always gives us a range to hit Yawn on the Uxie, hit Rapid Spin to get around Stealth Rocks. I mean, Stealth Rock damage is going to hurt if we come in on a Stealth Rocks, but if we switch right into it from Chestnut, that should be good. Chestnut, now we got to look at like what shape our team is actually going to be in from the fight before. So Basculin's going to hit Chestnut for, which this is good because I really haven't set Chestnut up to do anything in the second fight. So Basculin's going to hit Chestnut for at most 43. It's going to die to Seed Bomb every time. We got nothing that outspeeds Basculin that can kill it. I mean, the only thing I think we have that can outspeed it at all is Crobat, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. So, yeah, we just got to kind of take the L, take the damage. Oh, never mind. Arboliva Triage Giga Drain kills 100% of the time. So that's something. That's actually pretty freaking cool. So then the question is, do we even need to bring Chestnut at all? I mean, it couldn't hurt. Chestnut into Pangoro. Oh man, yeah, shit's all over him. Brick Break is an easy 2-shot. Spiky Shield helps chip. So that's, and obviously it's always good to get around crit. He's even pretty good into Mega Banette here. Well, not really, because we're probably going to get Will-O-Wisp, or he'll set up Substitute or something. So do we bring Chestnut at all? So we're going to lead, if we lead Arboliva into this Uxie, we still just always switch over to Slugma and do what we were going to do. So then, okay, let's look at it like this. We're leading this. Liepard. We want to ground Pokemon to go into this Thunderwave Liepard nonsense. I would say Gliscor 2-shot Acrobatics seems like the path of least resistance, because I don't want to put Gliscor up against Tentacruel on the next fight, but I think that Swampert is good to go into it, and we put a Pecha Berry on Swampert. So I don't have Gliscor doing anything in the second fight, but in this first fight, can Gliscor handle... I mean, yeah, none of these... Aqua Tail does some damage. Crit Aqua Tail is pretty bad, but we outspeed. And then... Whew, okay. This is not straightforward. This is not straightforward. So right now what I'm finding is I'm just trying to figure out this second fight versus this first fight. If we lead... No, that's silly. We don't want to lead Gliscor. We're going to lead Arboliva. I want to bring Macarga. I want to get rid of Stealth Rocks. Nidoqueen? What do you do? You fuck Seviper right up, huh? Well, the Aqua Tail actually is scary. Assist. Assist is that one where you might end up using moving the back. Grand Bowl into Lipard is a one-shot with Play Rough or Close Combat. Fuck, dude. This is not straightforward. Okay, so these are the only two I'm truly like I feel like I gotta bring. I think Betty Davis is our only way to get Uxie's Stealth Rock bullshit off the table. I think Swampert is easily our best answer into Tentacruel. 2 Bulldozes does it. It'd have to crit twice to kill us with dives. So I think I'm sold on Swampert as well. And then Arboliva is also... Arboliva kills Basculegion, outspeeds, and it's also our answer into Panette, so it definitely comes. Now, what actually kills Uxie is a little less clear. I guess we've got Throat Chop on Barrascuda. It doesn't even 2-shot. Damn. Okay, we gotta keep looking. We gotta keep looking. Crobat into Bangoro. We looked at this. Yeah, it doesn't 1-shot. It could, but it doesn't. It's not guaranteed. Quick Claw, go Firegrass off. What kills Uxie? Well, what if our Quillfish was a Hisuian Quillfish? Yeah, it still wouldn't do much damage into it. And we're at the level cap with him, so we can't evolve him. That was stupid. That was actually really dumb. I should have thought about that. Who's in the party? Nicole and Crobat. Does Xatu actually do something in this fight? Not really. I mean, we set up Wish. Fuckload of good it does us. Druddigon. I mean, Uxie just has such insane bulk. Insane bulk and crazy speed for what it is. If we can put it to sleep with Macargo. It's got fucking leftovers. Jesus. Oh man, if only we had Crawdont. Oh. It's brutal. Why did I even look? Barraskewda, Throat Chop, Muscle Band? What does Muscle Band do to this calc? I mean, it gets us closer to a 2-shot. And we outspeed. Like, what I hope we can get done is maybe just hits Memento or something. I think Barraskewda is good. Because it could also end up being helpful into Banette. Yeah, Throat Chop from Barraskewda. Just crazy damage if we can come in on like a... Even on a Will-O-Wisp, like... it does less crazy damage at that point. That might be a little bit cope. This is maybe stupid. I think that... What does this look like, right? If we use Scary Face once... If we use Scary Face once, we outspeed. We can maybe start flinching with Iron Heads. But at that point, I mean, that's a really desperate maneuver if we're relying on... But I mean, Yawn Rapid Spin Macargo is also quite a desperate maneuver. Whew. Pokemon that have felt more or less useless thus far on the top row. All 5 of these have done something. Everyone down here has been clutch at one point or another. Macargo has felt increasingly useless. Obviously, Crobat is goated. These 5 have done like nothing for us. I have not found a good use for any of the telepathy. Interesting. Do they do anything here? Even a good death could be something. Noivern into Pangoro. Outspeed, couple air slashes. Something. We can roost. What about Kate Hudson into Uxie? That's interesting. Especially if we can come in on a Thunder Wave, we could get a speed up. 1 Screech. Gives us a 2-shot with Thunder Punch. That's something. We one-shot Tentacruel with Thunder Punch. That really is something. And then that frees Swampert up to maybe deal with Seviper on the previous team. Maybe, You know, I'm remembering that Electivire has done some cool stuff in the past, actually. I mean, yeah, we shit all over Seviper. If we can get a Bulldoze off, it does like nothing to Swampert. And Purloin as well. I mean, we can hit a couple Waterfalls. So then we're still afraid a little bit of Uxie and Pangoro. I think that this and this. I think this might actually be good. Is this a waste of a bring? Is Betty Davis stupid to bring? So we're saying Swampert just has to handle the first guy. And then on the second guy, some combination of Arboliva. Well, really, Arboliva's whole job is to take on Mega Banette, which means that these four would have to handle Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Uxie, Quick Claw, Pangoro, with all sorts of stabbing coverage, Parting Shot, and Mirror Coat. See, like, the thing about Tentacruel is Electivire kills one shots 100% of the time with Thunder Punch. The worst it can do to us is crit Poison Jab for 62 high roll. So we put a Pecha Berry on him. I mean, he's good to go. What does Muscle Band damage look like into Uxie? It doesn't change things enough. So we put a Pecha. Yeah, I mean, especially if we could get lucky enough to get Thunder Waved on that first turn for the speed boost. I mean, that would be amazing. I doubt Arboliva is baiting Thunder Wave. But it's not impossible. So Swampert takes care of the first team. Are we even really that worried about Stealth Rocks? Like, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, Stealth Rocks become scarier if we're trying to kill Pangoro with Grand Bowl. But if we kill Pangoro with Chestnut, it actually, that's a lot less concerning. A lot less concerning. We come in, we Spiky Shield, we Brick Bake, we Spiky Shield again. We might have the kill already at there, but if not, we can always just Brick Break again. And we do outspeed, so we just got to worry about the Quick Claw and the Bullet Punch. But Drain Punch only heals so much. Brick Break still 2 shots easily past Drain Punch recovery. So Grand Bowl is maybe not necessary. Again, Stealth Rocks really doesn't seem like that big of a problem. Maybe I'm getting fussy over nothing. Because Arboliva's switching in, but she's going to heal with Giga Drains. Chestnut's switching in, but he can't get crits, so it doesn't really affect the calcs that much. We can even throw like a Berry Juice or something on him if we're really that worried about it. I'm not. Because even with the Quick Claw, Pangoro doesn't have anything that can flinch us, so we're not worried about, like, not getting to move. I think really the scariest thing is Electivire getting poisoned, but we can just throw a Pecha Berry on him. So this probably isn't necessary. Which means I feel like we can afford to do some fake out nonsense on Uxie. This guy, we're going to assume Christian Bale is fucked up from the first battle. Christian Bale cannot help in the second battle. The second battle is going to be mainly these three guys. And then, I mean, Gliscor? U-turn? Doesn't do nothing. Really, Barraskewda is like the heaviest hit with Throat Chop. I don't have a fucking Dark type. This sucks. But between Fake Outs, Mystical Power resists, maybe a Screech from Electivire if we get good coverage. A Screech from Gliscor even. I think this does it. This does it. In this order. Continuing the streak of... I mean, Michael B. Jordan is good. It just hasn't been super useful yet. These three have really not done a lot for us. Okay. I think this is good. We're gonna put the team in the party, and then we're gonna look at held items and think about like contingency stuff. Alright, so no held item on Arboliva. We know that much. And then Swampert, we want Swampert to take care of Liepard and Seviper. What does a Muscle Band do to these calcs? It doesn't affect them that much, so I'd say we're giving him like the heavy lifting here. I'm gonna say we should do a Citrus Berry. Now that's fight 1. Fight 2. Kate Hudson switches into Uxie. We want the Pecha Berry, right? Then Chestnut's big concern. I mean, we're really just hoping for Chestnut to beat up Pangoro. That's like the main thing we want him to do. And the only thing that really gets in the way of that is like parting shot weirdness could get obnoxious. What's fun is that pretty much everyone else on the team should more or less bait out Shadowcloth. Mega Banette comes out, and then we can get that free switch into Arboliva. Or, you know, we get Will-O-Wisp, and that's not a problem either. Or it sets up Substitute, and that's really not a big deal either. So, I'd say, like, the path of least resistance on all of these guys would just be some berry juice. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Is that Thief? Like it usually is? Foul play. Okay. Ooh, we do have defog. That's actually really interesting. Since our rapid spin user is so trash. But the TMs being one use is a little... I don't know. It just makes me scared of using them. Ah, fuck. Here we go. Wish me luck. Just gonna double check. Giga Drain should always kill. Triage. God, Triage is so busted. What a fucking ability. So good. So Viper, that's what we wanted to see. Honestly, let's double check. If the calculator tells me this always wants to hit Poison Tail, and it does, we'll go ahead and do this, because I'd love for Swampert to not get poisoned. Get that fake out. This will almost certainly be Aqua Tail, which is what we kind of want, low-key. Bulldoze. Yeah, because we don't want it to switch us out with Dragon Tail. Oh, and with the fake out, we get the kill. Excellent. Whew. Okay, Lipard's out. Oh God. What do you mean a crit could kill? Oh, fuck. Shit. We really... Oh, fuck, dude. That sucks. Oh, man. We one-shot with Brick Break. Ah, fuck. Lumberry would have been the smarter call. We might be able to maneuver something crazy, actually, after all. Nope. Oh, fuck. Fuck, dude. It's like just out of Citrus Berry range. If the Citrus Berry had activated, I think we wouldn't be in crit range. What's the worst case scenario? We come in with Chestnut. He gets hit with 2 max roll foul plays for 40% damage. Then we're at 60% of our health when we go in on Pangoro, which means we're in range of 2 drain punches. Foul play does pretty crazy damage into Berserker. Our original plan was Gliscor. Yeah, Gliscor's in to do Uxie stuff. I think it can still help with that largely. I think we... Yeah, we do one Screech. And then a U-turn always kills. This isn't what I wanted to happen, but... I don't know. I can't risk Swampert to a crit. I didn't do that math well enough. Shit, dude. Okay, this is still, like, not the worst shape to be in. This is an immediate swap into Electivire, was what we planned on doing. We're hoping for the Thunder Wave. Okay, it's Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock's a little concerning, certainly, but it's not the end of the world. I think we want to get a Screech off. Mystical Power, threatening, but not horrifying. Whoa, no. I guess I didn't know what Mystical Power did. That's fucking awful. Oh, fuck, dude. This is getting away from me. Now, if this could just get the paralysis, we'll be safe. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Oh, man. We might have to sack something. If we leave Electivire in, they always die. At this point. This is what we get for having no fucking dark types. They always die. Yeah, even the lowest roll kills. And that was my preferred plan. Was to hit... I mean, but at this point, between Stealth Rocks and our chip, like, I can't switch into Tentacruel. Like, we would die to Tentacruel. So, I think we just have to stay in on this. This fucking sucks. Oh my god, why didn't I look up what Mystical Power did? Why did I... Okay. This is the best thing I can think to do, is we come in here, We hit Fake Out. Get decent damage. And we try to hit this range on the Iron Head. Oh! Great. Well, at least it reset that special attack. God damn, dude. R.I.P. Kate Hudson. Okay. Alan Alda, you should be perfectly safe to come in on this. It's not going to heal that much. Let's Spiky Shield. Nice. And let's get this Brick Break. Yeah, that's not going to do much at all. Berry Juice goes off. We love to see that. We still have a Citrus Berry on Swampert, so that should help into Tentacruel, at least. I'm hoping this is Uxie. Okay, yeah. Now, at this range, let's take a look. Oh, fuck, dude. Highest high roll mystical power kills. Only the very highest high roll, and we can't get crit. Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Do we have the necessary... Yeah, I think that's still the safe play. We switch into Cole. Thunderwave. Now you use Thunderwave? Go fuck yourself. Nicole, please don't get parried. Okay, we got this Fake Out. Please, 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 please hit through. Please. Yes. Oh, Nicole. You're a beautiful soul. I knew that wouldn't... I figured that wouldn't kill. But if you can just hit one more. Memento. Fine. Kill yourself. Good God, dude. That's alright, Nicole. That is truly, truly okay. Now, this is going to hit a water move. It's probably going to hit Dive or Curse. Why did I not see Curse? I'm going to try to taunt it. I want it to hit Dive. I don't think it's going to hit Dive. It looks like it wants to hit Dive. It's never hitting Poison Jab. But we might be able to bait it into hitting Poison Jab. But it might want to sit here and start pressing Curse. I mean, the calc certainly has Dive emphasized, but... What does a Bulldoze look like at -2? Or even -1? A -1 Bulldoze kills. I'm going to try to hit Screech. Because if it does... Oh, wait, we don't have Screech. We have fucking Metal Sound. Let's just do this. Let's do it. Stealth Rock. Citrus Berry. Dive. Even a crit dive, we're safe. We're slower. Bulldoze should always go off. Let's go. It is still faster than us, but look at that damage. Look at that damage. Okay, so let's make sure we're safe to crits. We're still safe to both crits. Okay, okay. Electivire, your sacrifice, man. You made this possible. I'm really sorry. Truly, truly I am. And now Arboliva for the win is the plan. That Uxie, man. God, I cannot believe that I didn't look up the mystical power. What was it? Mystical power. It's a boner move on my part. Use Shadow Claw. You know you want to use Shadow Claw. Come on. Come on. Use Shadow Claw. Ha! Yes! 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 Oh, hell yes. Okay. Alright, Deborah. We gotta dodge some crits. But I know what you're made of. You're easily, like, one of the biggest MVPs of this run. Knock off, no crit. Giga Drain. This is foregone conclusion. We are good to go. Boom! Deborah fucking Winger. R.I.P. to Electivire. Okay, we got Banetite. I don't see that coming up anytime soon. Oh, there's two of them. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. There's an ice cave underneath Rust Turf Tunnel. You should head there. It should lead you around the boulders and right to Verdant Turf. Thanks again. Okay. Okay. Alright. Time to commit Kate Hudson into the hollowed halls of Stovokor. Could have saved yourself with a paralysis. A paralysis pop-off. You know, I maybe should have hit Thunder Wave, but Thunder Punch can paralyze, and, like, Thunder Wave wouldn't have guaranteed us a save. I don't know. What happened, happened. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. I don't have... I'm not going to stream for much longer. But what I do think I'm in a position to do... Oh, wait. What do you have for us? A timer ball. Thanks. An avocado. Thanks. And now we are in Icicle Cave. Is repellent off? Repellent on? I'm pretty sure this is just one where you just gotta let it rip. Yep. It's like an equal chance all around. So I'll lead Chestnut. And I do think that Citrus Berry was important for Swampert. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get an ice type. We're gonna get some kind of ice type here. What is it gonna be? Arctozolt. Okay. I mean, I don't know what I would have preferred. Like the 1% chance of Snover. It seems like they really want you to work hard for your weather setters, your potential weather setters. Snover's a 1%, Hippopotas is 1%, Poliwag early in the game is a really low percentage. Snorunt, that's your Mega Evolver. Swinub is a 15%. Cubchoo's a 20%. So we got like a decent guy, is what it looks like. We'll do a Spiky Shield. We'll do a Super Fang. And I think a Super Fang should do it. Alright, Arctozolt. Welcome to the Resistance. We are on to X. Actor's name starts with X. Xavier. I'm sure we're going to have an Xavier here. Oh. Yeah, they have acted. Exhibit, the Arctozolt. Welcome to the Resistance. X to the Z. They acted all those times that they pretended to give people better cars. Alright. Let's take a look here. Candy Jar O'Clock. Avalanche. I mean, I'm almost certain you're more of a physical attacker, but let's take a look. Slush Rush or is the ability. It's not going to have its hidden ability, I don't know. But its hidden ability is Volt Absorb. I mean, that would be really nice. It's actually a bit of a mixed attacker. We probably should have checked its stats before I candy jarred it. Electro Web is good. We want to keep that. We got Bolt Beak coming up. Freeze Dry is great. I'm not going to keep Electro Web and Icy Wind. I would say... yeah. Because we're not... yeah, we're going to be slow. Freeze Dry... I like better than Avalanche. I like Freeze Dry a lot, actually. Stomping Tantrum... yeah, I'll take it over Low Kick. Why not? And Bolt Beak is really strong. If the user moves before the target. Wow. That's crazy. I'll take it over Electro Web. We could get this guy in Trick Room. That would go nuts. Yeah, we got Slush Rush. Let's put them into the calculator. Arctozolt. Blank set. Level 53. Ability Slush Rush. Nature Lonely. Up attack. Okay, interesting. And we got Bolt Beak. Freeze Dry. Rock Tomb. And Stomping Tantrum. Alright, and let's look at these stats. HP 159. Probably as bad as it gets almost. As low as 2. Attack, not great either. As low as 10. Defense, pretty good. Defense is looking pretty good. No lower than 28. Special attack doesn't look too shabby. No lower than 22. Special defense doesn't look too shabby. No lower than 27, and speed, a pretty normal level of mid at 19. Hey, could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. Rad. Alright. Well, I would say that's probably gonna do it for me today. I think you can only get down there once you've already fought that lady up there. Oh, no. It's a heart scale. Look at us go. Yeah, I think I'm going to call the stream here. I wonder if this isn't another gauntlet. I doubt it. With Glacia at the end of it, I doubt they do that to us. But I'll double check before next stream. And yeah, we've got a couple new friends. We lost one. Electivire RIP. You will be missed, truly. Kate Hudson, the Electivire, you did some important stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to minimize it. That's a good Pokemon. We lost a good Pokemon today. And we lost it for, you know, admittedly a kind of dumb reason on my part. Pretty dumb. But yeah, I'm happy. I feel like it was a calculated sacrifice in the moment. It was something like I didn't go in planning to sack something, but it was the right sack to make. We've got some new friends. We've got Exhibit the Arctozolt. We've got where'd they go? Oh yeah, Gliscor. We've got Walter Matthau, the Gliscor. Walter Matthau. And yeah, and we're back on track. So I'll see you by Tuesday. I don't think I'll have time before then. I'm doing some. I got plans basically all weekend, but I will see. I might see you tomorrow morning. No, I made that up. I'll see everyone Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching. Whenever you watch, any amount of time you spend with me on my YouTube channel here means the world. Seriously, I love playing these games, and I hope you love watching. And maybe this can be a good resource for your Nuzlocke, your plays of Pokemon Null, if this is something you want to do. I don't know. Ultimately, I really do appreciate everyone that spends any time with me. If you want to hit like, subscribe, obviously all that stuff helps a lot. Want to grow this channel. It's something that I really feel strongly about, and I am doing work this weekend. I am finally making the Pozzole to celebrate the Pozzole Cheflock of Pokemon Emerald Seaglass that we accomplished last year, which will get me that much closer to being able to fully finish and edit that video. And I really, it's been too long. I put it off for way too long, and so I'm this making of the soup and feeding it to my friends this weekend. It's gonna be a really good time, and it's gonna put me in a place where I can actually finally fully finish that video for you, the viewing audience. And you guys, everybody that subscribed off of the lasagna video was so kind about that video. I think the Pozzole video is gonna be like way better. I think it's going to be a lot better, and I think that's one of the reasons it's been so delayed. But delay no more. The soup is this weekend, which means the video will be incoming. So thank you all so much. Take care.